This has been one of those mornings again. But you know what? We're doing an express episode today, talking all things NBA, and I get to laugh at the Knicks. Sorry, Wise. I also get to laugh at Rudy Gobert. No, I'm not laughing at Rudy Gobert. The man just celebrated the birth of his son. So from one parent to another, congratulations, Rudy. I playfully said that because he was denied Defensive Player of the Year. Well, simply put, he wasn't. Victor Locke joins me as I say, on your mark, get set. Let's do this thing.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Mister, will you please wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up?
Good morning. Snowman here to all you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters. Shut up. I got to thank you, Shane.
I mean, whatever happened to the games where breaking 100 points was, I don't know, unusual?
There was one word to sum up the All-Star weekend.
Trays. Cause we take this job so serious.
Splash Brothers, yes. Ray Allen, replace him with Steve Kerr. Reggie Miller, yeah.
What in the all types of blue hell?
I'm gonna ask, please. Oh yeah! Let's roll, baby. Good morning and welcome to the Taco Tuesday Express edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have you all with us. Going express today because I've got a ton of interviews to tape. I also have some stuff to do around the house, and I want to be able to knock it out while I have the opportunity, and so I can sleep at a decent time tonight. I'll explain that funny story in a moment. Victor Locke joins me from my hometown of Chicago. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself? Oh, hello?
This answer your question?
Oh, yeah. The 49ers
This answer your question?
The 49ers cup with coffee inside, I'm pretty sure.
And I've added a little something. Cinnamon. Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Because it helps my belly and it helps keep my my blood sugar intact.
Good.
For all these punks that said because I've lost many organs, I can't defeat type 2 diabetes, my next two words are watch this.
Right.
Watch this. Okay. 10:03 as we get started this morning. And for one of the many, many times in our years of covering the NBA playoffs together, we get to laugh at the New York Knicks.
We are the New York Knicks.
Get that song out of my head, will you?
And of course, you got South the Cat.
Of course. Man, the Knicks were saucier than spiced ketchup last night in that fourth quarter.
Oh, boy.
I suggest you don't try that mixture at home. CJ McCollum rescues the Atlanta Hawks from a 14-point deficit in which the Knicks did not play defense at all in the fourth quarter. They couldn't put the ball in the bucket in the fourth quarter. And Atlanta steals Game 2, 107-106. And as I mentioned, it's behind the strength of one CJ McCollum. The Sports with Dre Day podcast has joined us. Good morning to you, my friend. And thanks for coming on last week. I know I'm going to have you back on. Well, How do you explain this?
I can't. I absolutely cannot.
How can you explain a team that somewhat perennially, and I do stress the words somewhat perennially, competes for that is somewhat perennially a playoff team. Let's just start there.
Right.
And then that happens.
It's kind of hard to explain. It really is.
I think the Knicks were sleepwalking after they took that 14-point lead last. I think they were sleepwalking.
They're playing with their food.
Yep, they're playing with their food, and the Hawks ate it.
Mm-hmm.
But I have two thoughts about this.
It just shows that the Knicks are a playoff team, but not a title contending team.
Thank you. You took the exact thought out of my head. They are forever a playoff team. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They just don't have the stones to do what they need to do to compete for a championship. Last year, they had their best shot in an age to reach the World Championship Series. Had they won last year, it would have been their first appearance. And Dre, I need you to help me on this because, post-cancer, brain fog, stuff like that. If they would have won the series against the Indiana Pacers last year, it would have been their first appearance in the World Championship Series, I believe, since 1999. Instead, Tyrese Halliburton happened.
Mm-hmm.
And last year, they allowed the Pacers to steal not one in New York, but two of them.
Yep. And they came all the way back.
They allowed, thank you, Dre. Dre is our daily status, our statistician for the day and our fact checker for the day.
Okay.
They allowed Indiana to steal not one game in MSG, but two of them.
Yep.
The first two games. Now, what did the Knicks do this year? In the first doggone round, they allowed Atlanta to wipe out a 14-point deficit and steal game two. I compare this to the Eastern Conference Finals last year because they had the Pacers down by, at least 15. I don't know the exact number. I want to say they were down 19 in the game at some time. And we all know what happened. Tyrese Halliburton happened, and the Pacers won that in overtime. Chauncey Billings is with us. Zakia McCoy, of course, the Dre Day man himself is with us. Thank you all for being in the chat on this Express episode. The Knicks were comfortable. And as Victor said best, they played with their food. And it wound up spoiling on them.
And they're messing up, and they keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't win when your only real weapons out there are Brunson and Towns.
Now the question is, where does the blame lie for New York? I have two issues. Number one, as I mentioned at the top of the show, it is a full team issue. As a matter of fact, you just put something in my head. I have 3 points of blame for the Knicks' collapse last night. Number one, Jalen Brunson. He was only 10 of 26.
Yeah.
2, the defense.
Big.
And 3. And 3, Mike Brown.
Yeah.
Look at some of the defensive sets for the Knicks last night. They, especially in the final 12 minutes, or what we like to call the money period.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you keep letting CJ McCollum and company get past you on defense? Yeah. The Knicks' defensive sets, for the most part, even though they did go up 14, were horrid. Horrid. Ben said Brunson and Cat don't play well together, and Mike Brown is not a good coach. No, Mike Brown is a great assistant coach. Remember, Mike Brown was the defensive coordinator under Steve Kerr when the Dubs dynasty was at its peak. But as a head coach, he sucks. And I hate saying that about Mike Brown because I like him. But as a head coach, he sucks. And he's inherited a team that does not have the stones to go to that next level. Matter of fact, why don't I put it here? And I want the entirety of the Knicks team to have a seat.
Oh.
This Knicks team, just like last year, the year before, is not a championship contending team and never will be. It doesn't matter if their coach is Hubie Brown, and I love Hubie Brown. Y'all know that. It doesn't matter if their coach is Hubie Brown. It doesn't matter if their coach is Mike Woodson, and we all know that debacle. It doesn't matter if their coach is Jeff Hornacek. Doesn't matter if their coach is Kurt Rambis, Mike D'Antoni, Tom Thibodeau, and now Mike Brown.
And Tibbs might have probably been their best bet. Tibbs might have been probably their best.
Tibbs was their best bet. Then they traded for Jalen Brunson.
Dumb. I'll put it like this. The only thing that makes me smile, what makes me smile is that I know somewhere in New York, Stephen A. Smith is tearing his hair out.
And I'm glad. And I'm glad. He needs to tear his hair out because he follows a team that will never win a championship again. Ever. As far as I'm concerned, the East goes through the Garden. I don't mean MSG either.
Boston Garden.
I'm talking about the new Boston Garden. The East goes through there.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Because the Detroit Pistons showed me they can't defend the home court.
Yeah.
And the Pistons had no business losing to the 8th-seeded Orlando Magic at home. But then that's the Pistons curse. Yep. They can't win at home. 15 straight losses at home for the Detroit Pistons. But we're concentrating on the Knicks today and the failure that this team is. Unless you find, hire, and select a coach that will have the attitude to take them to the next level, forget it.
Well, I'll put it like this. It is one game out of a long series.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, what is it? 1-1?
Mm-hmm.
Series is 1-1.
One apiece.
The Knicks can get right. Will they?
Absolutely, they can. Absolutely, they can. They can get right, but they won't get right. And I'll tell you why.
Why?
This series should spook the daylights out of the New York Knicks.
It should.
And Dre, you're gonna love where I go with this. You know why this series should spook the daylights out of the New York Knicks? Go back 5 years.
Yeah.
The Knicks were the 4 seed. Atlanta was the 5 seed. Knicks had home court advantage, and Atlanta spanked their asses in 5 games.
And that is scary. All I'm saying is that this is one game. They have 5 more to get. There are 5 more to play through. They just need another 3. Both teams.
They better. If the Knicks really want to put it into this quote unquote slander I'm doing, they need to steal 2 in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Period.
If they steal 2 in Atlanta, it will knock Atlanta on its ass.
If they steal 2 in Atlanta, then I don't think Atlanta will come back and win that series.
No.
Though I have been proven wrong before.
But what they got to take this one.
And Dre, I agree with you. Mike Malone should have been their next coach, but the Knicks didn't look his way. They were
at all.
There's a phrase I want to use, but there's a sign above me, so I'll try to be nice. They're too chicken, you know what?
I will say chicken salad ingredients. I'll put it that way.
Thank you. They're trying to make chicken salad out of you know what. Y'all know the phrase. To look Mike Malone's way, he should have been their head coach. I think if Mike Malone was the coach of the New York Knicks, he'd have put an end to that title drought.
Probably.
He'd have put an end to that title drought. But no, New York didn't want to look his way. They wanted to find someone familiar.
They want
familiarity. Listen, familiarity breeds contempt, in case you don't know.
Oh, they wanted someone on the cheap.
They wanted someone on the very cheap, and they wanted a yes man. Mike
Sounds
Brown,
like
Mike
team
Woodson.
I know.
Yep. Sounds like a couple of football teams I know. Mike Brown, Mike Woodson are yes men. They're not going to take this team to the next level in the playoffs unless the Knicks grow a set, go to Atlanta and say, you know what? You're not snatching this one. But I don't think you will. In fact, I am making a very bold, very wrong prediction, but I think Atlanta holds serve twice in Atlanta.
So you think they kick them out? You think they kick the Knicks out without a win?
I think the Knicks are going to get kicked in the ass.
Ooh.
The only way that, and I will say this again, and I will put this preface in front of it. The only way the Knicks stay alive in this series, now that it is tied, instead of New York being up 2-0, is if they steal one in Atlanta, the same way the Hawks stole one in the Garden.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, and that's all.
Yeah.
I'll say it again. The only way the Knicks have a chance in hell is if they steal game, and I'll even put a number on it, is if they steal game 3.
Yeah, I was going to say, they got to steal this one.
On Friday.
Because if they get beat here, it's a snowball effect. It's going to be an avalanche. They're going to be so on their heels. And honestly, they might end up so mentally defeated that they're going to slip and lose game 4 as well. So we'll see what happens.
How many times have we seen that with teams, especially opponents that are familiar with each other, like the Hawks and the Knicks?
Yeah.
That if the Knicks slip for even a portion of game 3, Dre, correct me, I believe it's Friday in Atlanta. If they slip at all, it could be at the beginning of the game, it could be in the middle of the game, or it could be what the hell happened last night, the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And plus 18,000 people at the State Farm Arena in Atlanta. Remember, Atlanta's coming home tied.
Yeah.
Atlanta is, let me say that again. And hello to Crasher, who's hanging out with us this morning. And Crasher, I will say it for you. Yes, the cuteness withdrawal is very real.
Next game is Thursday at 6.
Okay, so it is Thursday. Okay.
It is Thursday.
Okay. So it's Thursday. Is it Thursday, Saturday?
Let's see.
Games 3 and 4.
Let's see. Games 4. Yes, it's Saturday.
Thursday. Okay, Thursday, Saturday.
So 6 on Thursday, 5 on Saturday.
The Knicks are going. I would love to be wrong. And thank you, Dre, for the confirmation. Games 3 is Thursday in Atlanta. I would love to be wrong with what I'm about to say. But if the Knicks do not steal game 3 in this series,
toast.
They're cooked.
Toast. Because
they can come back and win. They can come back and win game 4, but it's game 3 that's for me in this series. It's going to be Thursday night.
Here's the thing with that game. They got kicked. They not only got kicked, they got socked in the mouth. Because they were up 14. It's not just anybody can lose, 6-7 points. A 6-7 point swing is not a big deal. They just one team, puts that last surge. That happens. One
team gets hot at the right time.
Yes, but
seen it.
A 14 15-point lead just gets wiped out in the final moments of the game, that's a mental lapse.
You know, Atlanta's biggest lead was 4, and that came in the fourth quarter. They led
That's a
107 to
mental lapse.
103. That's up here, New York. That's up here. Okay.
So now
Brian,
they go to Atlanta. Atlanta's gonna be jumping.
Atlanta's already jumping. They stole game 2. Atlanta's already off the hook. You know how loud that joint's going to be Thursday night? And should the Hawks win game 3, you know how loud that joint's going to be on Saturday afternoon?
Yep.
Good Lord. I've been in that place.
Senor McCoffee.
Senor McCoffee is indeed with us. Says splitting the home part of a series tells you what a team is made of. Either they recover quickly or they wilt.
Yep.
That's why game 3 for me, for the Knicks, is so doggone important. It is so doggone important. Jalen Brunson, you cannot shoot 10 of 26 and expect to steal game 3 in Atlanta.
And here's the crazy part. Last year, same thing was happening. Knicks, and I believe it was Knicks and the Pistons were playing while the NFL draft was going.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, the Knicks did come away with a win on that one. It came late, but they ended up coming away with the win.
And they won that series, I believe, in 6 games.
Yes, I believe so.
Atlanta shot 49% from the field. Knicks shot 45% from the field.
49.
The Knicks had 6 players in double figures. Atlanta had only 4 players in double figures.
Yep.
The problem? The fourth quarter happened.
And I'm going to say this, Brunson, there is no need for you to shoot 26 times.
Especially when you're only 4
around.
You just stole my last point. The entire fourth quarter. What's our cuss word? Fundamentals?
Fundamentals.
The entire fourth quarter was nothing but ISO ball last night. And for those of you tuning in for the first time, that is short for isolation.
I'm going to just say it like this. Look, I used to love this as a kid. I still kind of do love the style of it, but it has led to a degradation of fundamentals and one basketball.
I hated and one.
I love and one. Go ahead.
I have to be totally real. It was a love-hate relationship for me. I loved the entertainment, hated the style.
Yeah.
And McCoffee, to answer your question, Atlanta 18 of 23 from the foul line. Knicks 7. You ready for this number? Here's another reason why they lost. Mike Brown, you need to get your team to the free throw line because the Knicks were 17 of 27 from the free throw line.
Wow, that's not enough.
Let me read that again. 17 of 27. If they make half
of those
free throws that they missed, they're up 2 games to none.
Which means what happens today is that when they get in the gym, everyone's up on the line and you don't move until you make 10 in a row.
You know the old school very well. You've done it. I've done it.
Yeah.
You don't move until you make 10 straight.
I mean, I remember one time we had one game and one of the guys he knew he played terrible. Terrible. He made only 2 free throws throughout the entire game. He probably went to the line about like 8 or 9 times.
Yep.
So coach said, "No, you messed up. We're going to get it right. You on the line. You don't move till you make 10 straight."
And that's the attitude Mike Brown needs to have with the Knicks. Missing 10 free throws in a game you were up by 14, unacceptable. That's one of the reasons Atlanta came back to win the game.
It's the only shot where you're not defended. And you take as much time as you need.
They're called free throws. Here's another stat for you. You know how long the Knicks were in the bonus in the fourth quarter? Halfway through the period. Halfway through the period, they were shooting free throws on every foul.
Yep. Ryan said, make him do an Indian run like Phil Jackson.
Yeah, suicides. Suicide. Hey, anyone who has not done suicides, they hurt.
Oh my God. Shin splints for days.
My legs are still kicking my ass at age 53 for all those suicides I had to run. And I did them in 2 different sports.
Yep.
Basketball and baseball.
I did them for football. Oh my God, the gases was terrible. Terrible.
I never want to see, and I feel for the guys. Yeah, they are worse than burpees, man. Did a few of those. Starting to do a few of those now with my new workouts. But if you have never run a suicide, you've never played a sport. Period. Doesn't matter what sport.
Because it makes you learn how to run.
You will learn to run. And let me explain what a suicide is.
Go ahead.
You start at the baseline. You run to the free throw line. You run back to the baseline. You run to the
half court
stripe. You run back. You sprint to the other free throw line.
Come back.
You run back. And then you go all the way.
And you come right back.
That's a suicide.
And that's one.
That's just one.
That's
imagine having to do 10 of those.
Non-stop.
And for me in baseball, the suicides were from third base to second base. Third base, halfway from the left field line to third base, back to the left field line, halfway to second base, back to the left field line, all the way to second base, and then all the way back.
Should we had to do first base too?
As I said, those bleeping hurt.
Yeah. Because not only do you have to plant your feet to turn,
and there's an area that they designate. Hell, I even did a couple of those for football.
Yep.
When I was showing what the shuttle, anybody who's played football knows this, what the shuttle drill was. A shuttle drill is just like a suicide. Only you got cones in the doggone way.
Oh God.
And more on that later. But Mike Brown, you and the Knicks had better pray you steal game 3 in Atlanta. Y'all need to bust your asses to steal game 3 in Atlanta. Because if that crowd gets to you, if you don't make your free throws, if you allow Jalen Brunson, who is supposedly the most clutch player in the league, and to that, I have these 2 words to offer.
That's a lie.
Then I'm sorry, Knicks. You're cooked. Period. Now, beat it. I had someone ask me why I never reported on the Cleveland Cavaliers and their playoff series. Because simply put, I don't care.
Because it's Cleveland. That's why.
Because it's Cleveland. Yes, that's our running joke here. After the break, we go to Denver. And dear Nikola Jokic, you're next.
Oh, boy.
Introduce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels. Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets.
From the hills of Santa Clara to the legacy of the stick, this is where red runs deep and greatness wears gold. 40 plus years of fan, 30 years in the booth, and now it's personal. The 49ers like you've never heard them before. This is That 49ers Show on Snowman Sportsnet. Hosted by Brian Snow, each week you will get a recap of the game that just happened and the game that will happen. All the stats, facts, and figures, all the fun notes, fan chats, and everything else you could put into 30 minutes. This is That 49ers Show on Snowman Sportsnet. Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central.
Cause we take this job so serious.
What are we doing?
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Two after the hour on this express edition.
Yes.
Am I right? Am I reading this right? I better do
it.
Wow. Okay. We just earned a pivot. Billy Donovan to step away from the Chicago Bulls as head coach.
Honestly, at this point, who wants that job?
My next three words are thank you, God.
I don't know much about Billy Donovan, but I'm just saying, who wants that job?
Former Florida Gators coach, Florida OKC coach, got OKC to the finals in 20. Was that? No, that wasn't Billy Donovan. That was Scott Brooks that got him to the finals in 2012, not Billy Donovan. Billy Donovan got a 3-1 lead on the Golden State Warriors in 2016. Guess what happened?
Ooh.
Wow. Okay. Thank you, Ryan McCoffey, for that. Now, so
also, and the Cowboys did something right. They did a good thing.
What was that?
They re-signed Mr. Aubrey.
Oh,
Cowboys
the robot.
Cowboys have agreed to a 4-year contract with Brandon Aubrey for $28 million. That makes him the highest paid kicker in NFL history. Now I know that sounds like a lot, but have you seen the guy?
It's Brandon Aubrey.
We've seen this man.
The only kicker I know that can hit. The only kicker I know outside of Justin Tucker And the kid in Jacksonville, I can't remember Jacksonville's kicker right now that can hit back-to-back 60-yard field goals in a game. Speaking of robots, the Niners have re-signed their own robot. Left tackle Trent Williams.
Yep, we talked about this yesterday.
2 years, $50 million to stay in the Bay. And all these people that thought, wait, there's a chance we could get Trent Williams.
No.
Give me this button.
That's a lie.
There was no chance.
They were not going to part ways with Trent Williams.
I'll just play the Mr. Man theme song because you had no chance.
No chance in hell. They were just looking for a good number to stay within the cap so they don't take a hit from the cap, because that would have been a $38.6 million hit.
Yep.
Against the cap for San Francisco. They didn't take it. They worked out a deal. And Trent Williams is going to keep mauling people in 49er colors. Ryan McCarthy says, I wonder if Billy Donovan is going back to the NCAA. Let me answer that for you. I believe he is.
Might as well.
I think Billy Donovan has had his fill of the NBA.
This just goes to show that who really wants to be head coach of Chicago Bulls at this point?
Look,
there is no mission. There's no direction for that team.
There's no nerve for that team. There's no gumption for that team because they traded all their best damn pieces.
I mean, I broke the news that both the VP and the GM
are gone. We're gone.
They pushed the plunger on them. They pushed the plunger.
So if the Bulls were smart, you don't trade another draft pick.
Nope. You need bodies.
You would have to be very, very desperate, says Ryan McCarthy, to want to work for Jerry Reinsdorf. And I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. Not I, says me.
Not I.
Not a chance in hell. Unless Jerry Reinsdorf goes. And the same holds true of the White Sox, because he owns them too. Forget it.
And I hate saying it because I thought Reinsdorf was going to do a really good job, but look at what's happened to both the teams. We're about 10, 8 years. What 10, 8 years removed from the Derrick Rose era?
Okay.
Cook 'em.
Jerry Reinsdorf, you. For ruining the Bulls after the for ruining the Bulls during the Michael Jordan era, for ruining the White Sox after they won it all in 2005 and we had one hell of a celebration.
Yeah, we did.
And for sending Derrick Rose packing. You nut. You asshole. You you. For ruining two of my favorite franchises, which I have been a fan of since the 80s. You squad.
Oof.
You little you ruined Jerry Reinsdorf, you ruined a dynasty and a potential dynasty because of your fucking greed. You fucker. You. Jerry Reinsdorf, you need to step away from both teams right now and have them get some competent ownership. And some competent people in place that could turn those franchises around. Because as a fan of both teams, you have driven folks like me and Victor the away because of your fuckery.
I mean, think about this. We've had more name changes to US Cellular Field than we've had pennants in the past couple of years.
Listen, Jerry Reinsdorf, I understand the culture that is sponsored stadiums now, but that's one you should leave alone. When it was built when it opened in 1991, it was New Comiskey Park, honoring the legacy of the first White Sox owner in Charles Comiskey. It was called New Comiskey Park for a reason. You should have left it the alone. Matter of fact, you should have left these teams after they started winning championships the alone. But no, you had to get your greedy little paws in everything. You incompetent. You insignificant. You. And now Billy Donovan said, come here. Billy Donovan said,
I ain't got no time for this bullshit.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't either. You trade for Josh Giddey, you waste him. You select Kobe White out of North Carolina, you trade him to, of all teams, the Charlotte
Hornets. And the Hornets actually got to the playoffs, or the play-in, I should say.
And now Kobe White will be forever ruined by that asshole named LaMelo Ball, who can't fucking play. There's a culture shift that needs to happen in the city of Chicago with all of their sports teams. Period. Now, I will say this about the Blackhawks. They seem to be getting it right.
Yeah, this is just a
growing
pains here.
Because as they had Dennis Wilson and Jeremy Roenick, just as they had Patrick Kane and Jonathan Taves, you need a running mate for one Connor Bedard, who I love to see play.
Yeah.
I love seeing Connor Bedard play.
Like I said, they're in a growing pains year. So they're gonna be a slow come up.
And in many cases, as we talked about yesterday, so are the White Sox, as long as Reinsdorf keeps his hands off the team. But you, Jerry Reinsdorf, ruined the legacy of the Chicago Bulls. You for that. You for breaking up what should have been 8 in a row. You for sticking your hands in the pie after 1998 and letting Phil Jackson walk when you should have been on your knees begging him to stay. You nut. You, and you. I can't stand you. Now get out of my face, you thirsty bitch.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a figure who encourages ridiculous, undying loyalty. Good Lord, I'm about to throw up. This has been yet another installment of The Bronzexual Confessions.
I couldn't help it.
Yeah, I knew it was kind of like, oh.
The joke was right there, okay?
The joke was right there.
The joke was right there. And I know everybody's it's not Wednesday. I know it's not Wednesday, but the joke was right there. And that entire rant, I was trying my best not to laugh.
It was right there. I'll
the joke was right there.
I do want to touch on something with AND1 basketball because I grew up literally when they started.
Yeah.
So the flair of it, I truly enjoyed being able to the handles and all that stuff, and of course dunk. All that's great, but it works for street ball.
Yes,
you really can't bring that to the NBA because it takes away what makes the NBA the NBA.
Shut up, Ryan McCarthy. Shut up.
Oh no. You know what? Stay tuned.
Exactly. Stay tuned. You know what, Ryan? You just gave me a hell of an idea. I'll start that series on Patreon.
Stay tuned. But it But it takes away the team aspect because these guys aren't
time. I hate you, McCoffee. I mean that kidding.
Y'all be wondering why I call him a supervillain. This is why.
This is why. Yes, indeed.
Just comes in
the
waves.
villainy that comes from Mr. McCoffee. And but you're right about and one. To kind of get back on track here, you're right about what and one was and what it shouldn't be. That style is best for street ball for those who are trying to hop on the tour bus.
Yeah.
Okay. And you remember the rules. You have to play your way onto the tour bus and keep playing to stay on the tour bus.
Yep.
Because if you mess up once, they drop you off in the city where you mess up and you have to get home.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I can never do barnstorming like that. Not me.
But
can't do it, won't do it.
But again, it's just you cannot use that in NBA because in the NBA it's all about team ball. It's about the give and go. It's about alley.
Tell these one and doners that, will you please? Tell these one and dones that you can't.
The one and done should be three and done. I've always said that. You need
to play at least. I've believed that many years. I believe that there are exceptions to the rule. Of course, Magic Johnson, Isaiah Thomas. Played only to the sophomore year. I get that.
I mean, Derrick Rose only played to his sophomore year.
Derrick Rose played one season at Memphis, but then Derrick Rose was ready when he played at Neil F. Simeon High School. Okay.
Yeah.
Different. Listen, exceptions to the rule. Kevin Garnett, Kobe Bryant, Moses Malone out of Petersburg, Virginia, Darryl Dawkins. Exceptions to the rule. Absolutely. But if you go to college, you need to have the entire college experience, which means getting your ass in class, passing your class, doing exceptional in it, and earning your way onto the team. Now with the NIL era, they're going to blow that up.
And we definitely need to get Deets on to talk about that. The problem is that
the NIL era is bleeping ridiculous. It's what did Deets always say? It's unregulated. Just past college football. Matter of fact, I got a question about the NIL era, and it goes like this.
What in the all types of blue hell
are you doing?
That
Deets has the better question. What are you doing?
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
Good gracious.
Like I said, I liked and one because of what it brought to. It brought people who no one would know and got to shine.
Yep, it got
people like Hot Sauce, people like AO, people like the Professor who still plays.
Yeah.
Those guys got a lot of shine and turned into some really good careers. Now, would they have been good in the NBA? I don't know because
we really don't know.
Because they would have been basically a lot of iso ball, and that is hurting the NBA.
That's one of the biggest reasons why the NBA is in the toilet, and will forever stay there until team ball comes back. By the way, dear Billy Donovan,
you're fired.
He didn't fire. He left.
He left. Yes, he did leave.
Just bleep, I'm out.
He did. You know what the Bulls did to Billy Donovan? Tomorrow on Snowman in the Morning, Deb Whitkus will join us, and it's a 180-minute special. And it's gonna be special, and it's gonna be wild as all get out. One more break, and we'll put a bow on this express edition of Snowman in the Morning in a deuce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kermit the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at
Mooted.
Thank you. In case you didn't hear me, there's a reason I came back early from a break, because I got some news that has just made me incredibly sad.
What happened?
Chris Bass passed yesterday. A mutual friend of mine just sent me this message about 3 minutes ago.
Oh, my God.
Why the f are all the good ones going, man?
I don't know. Oh, my God.
7 years ago, we lost Corey Mingans, and now forgive me for cussing, but God damn it. Folks, stay with me. I'm having this. I am having this confirmed. I'm looking.
Let's breathe. Let's breathe.
Don't let this be true. Don't let this be true. Man, don't let this be true, man. Oh no. We are deeply saddened to announce the untimely passing of Chris Bass, a distinguished radio personality, teacher, father, and friend. We ask that you keep the Green family and friends in your prayers. Funeral arrangements will be made available once they are confirmed. He's gone.
Yeah, I'm looking on FB right now. A guy who was a mentor, a friend, a teacher.
I am so heartbroken we are so heartbroken right now.
Yeah.
He was my mentor and one of my best friends. When we did the big sports show in 2006, I didn't realize at the time that he was grooming me to be who I am today. I thought I already had it, and then he came along and showed me, man, there's a lot more that you need to learn.
Yeah.
I had the pleasure of meeting his daughter when I worked at Whitney Young High School. This one's hard.
Yeah, that's a deflator.
This one's hard. This one's hard, man.
This one hurts. This one hurts so bad.
This one hurts. And I know we got to keep going, especially for him.
Yeah.
That's a no-brainer. But for those of us who, you know what? We're going to do what he always loved to do. It's sad, it's sickening and sad and sad that he's gone.
Yeah.
But to close up shop today, I think we ought to do what he did best and made us do best. Laugh.
Let's laugh. You're talking about a guy who took
We
one
gotta
of
laugh. We
my.
gotta laugh.
You're talking about a guy who took something that I put together about Mumra and Uncle Lori.
Yes.
He made it legendary.
Oh boy, did he ever! Did he ever?
The point where it killed Mr. McCarthy.
Whose soul is still on the banks of North Carolina.
Right.
A long time, a Chicagoan through and through was Chris Bass, and I can't believe I'm saying the word was.
Yeah.
Bass, we love you. Period.
Thank you so much.
Thank
for every
you
bit
so
of
much.
knowledge you gave us.
Every bit of knowledge, every bit of laughter, including this hilarious ad.
So I realized that I think even though it's not advertised,
right,
there has to be a place for stupid people. We don't know because we're not stupid, so we don't know anything about it, like a secret club society.
Oh my gosh.
So I come to the conclusion that he graduated from SU, stupid university. Yeah, and all the stupid ass letters that go along with graduating high honors of being stupid. I can't do no more, man.
Vámonos, dominos, vámonos. Stupid university, where everyone graduates magna cum stupid.
Ryan says my spirit is still floating above Whitehead Beach in Corolla, North Carolina.
The Salt
May his
Bass
memory be
party.
I think that's the best way for us to close up shop today. McCarthy's with us, the Salt Bastard, Mumra. He had some outstanding stories. Man.
My favorite one. To all the hook whores. Leave
Oh
me
my
alone.
God, yes. I don't want to follow you. I don't need you. You know what I'm going to do for the first part of... Yeah, that's what Mrs. Bass is saying. I've got to finish the we got to finish with this, and I think this is the most hilarious thing that Bass and I have shared. I'm going to laugh and cry at the same time, but those of you who have heard this story before, you know what's coming. Those of you who haven't, I hope you enjoy it. When Chris Bass and I worked at PSI Radio, he came up with this idea of a holiday party. And I'm thinking, and I'm going to start laughing, I'm thinking, what is this man up to? Well, when he explained it, and he didn't, the best thing was he didn't tell the story until he got on air. He didn't tell the Salt Bastard story until he got on air. And he kept hinting at it and hinting at it and hinting at it. And our boss said, you really want to do this? He said, yeah, I want to make this a big party. So we had food, we had drinks. I got permission to bring some people. So of course, my first call was to Victor.
Mm-hmm.
I said, Victor, you got to come down to the station where I work. And he said, why? Just come down here. He got down there. I did my show. I had some beer. I had some food. Then Chris Bass took over. And I want to do this in his honor. But the story went like this. And I am directly doing this. Quote. Years ago, when I was a young Negro me, living in Chicago, you shovel the front yard and you have to put down rock salt so no one would slip. So I shoveled everything and I go to look for the rock salt and somebody stole it.
It was a 5-pound bag of rock salt.
And I'm like, what the salt bastard? Who the hell took my salt? I mean, how do you steal salt if you're a thief? If your ass was locked up and you're in the pen and they ask you what you stole, they, what you steal? Oh man, I stole a car. What did you steal? What? Oh, I robbed a bank. Hey, what did you do? I stole some rock salt. I won't tell the rest of it here, but just know
that was the funniest thing I ever heard.
Bass, that story alone endeared me to you.
One of my favorite moments here on the show before we get out of here is he was talking about the hooker whores. And all you hear is gotta go, gotta hoe. Paul Johnson
lost it.
Put his headphones down, got up, and walked out.
Wait a minute. Let me see if I got that clip.
I think you had it somewhere.
I can't. The voice impression won't do it justice. Okay. The voice impression will not do it justice at all.
Oh man!
In fact, I'm gonna load a couple of his favorites.
Sometime later on this week, we will definitely have a Mr. Chris Bass tribute to him and his memory.
Forget a tribute. We're going to do a marathon. If I find every time he appeared on the air, I'm going to play them all.
The transporter.
I'm going to play them all. You know what? I think.
Oh, wow, user. If Bronny got disowned, would you raise him? No.
What happened?
A user BZ2UR asked.
Give me this button.
If Bronny got disowned, would you raise him? I can't raise kids right now. I ain't getting the money for it.
First of all, I already got my brood, so I'm good. Second of all, to answer that question.
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no, no, no.
I already got my baby boy. I'm good.
Right.
But this is the clip that Victor was talking about. With Bass. Okay. Check it out.
You gotta go. Pull like this. Gotta go. Gotta hold. They take that one. That's what you gotta do. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Got it.
I'm gonna find that whole thing. And what we were doing to honor Chris Bases, we're laughing.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Uncle Foot.
Okay. You know what? We better stop here.
Yeah.
Because the waterworks are coming, and I know they're coming.
Yeah.
The waterworks are coming. So we just stopped the This one's tough.
Very.
This one hurts.
Very tough.
This one hurts. I won't even play the closing today. I'll just do this and say, Chris, we love you. We're going to miss you like crazy. And if I can help it tomorrow, I'm going to cut every single episode that you were on the air with us.
Yes.
And from here on out, we're just going to honor you. Yep. The same way you honored us with your appearance, your laughter, the endless jokes, man.
And to close this out, may I? Have a great day. God bless. Remember,
go for it.
Have a great day. God bless. Remember, make your next move your best move. Always remember, dreams don't scare you. They're simply not big enough. And have a happy boom shakalaka to you all.
The titles are lost. God bless you, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. God bless y'all.